Peace, brothers and sisters. Peace, light and peace. Topic of discussion today is after death. Um, when you read all the spiritual books and spiritual books out there, or even any other tradition that was given to you about what happens after death, what you get is a mixture of everything. You don't get the clear, dry truth, and you don't get the specific information that you're looking for. And even though after whoever that teacher or that pastor or that prophet give you the information, deep down in your soul, you're not 100% convinced because you still have more questions. You got doubts. One of the things that in my life when I was researching, I've studied mental physics in my past. I have studied the Yoruba philosophy. um, I have studied some Indian philosophy. Basically, I've studied, everything. Dig down to the Islamic, book, Quran. I read, the Christian Bible, and I have done spiritual communications, invoked spirits, whatever you want to call it, genie, jinn, ghost, everything. Practically, I have dabbled into any information you want to talk about spiritual communication just to get clarity of what happens after death. Okay. Now, the simple truth when you extract the information that was captured in the OahspeCollegeUniversity Bible is that after death we all go to heaven. So the way to say is that in this world, once you die, you rise to heaven. But it might take some time. So it's a combination or division of a lot of things. So this topic after death is really a complicated subject to discuss because people have been brainwashed the way the Christian uh, society explained this. And so people are confused. Like, if you did not accept your life or give your life to Jesus Christ, they say you go to hell. But then again, they forgot that they said that people are people are in the grave, people are sleeping in their grave, waiting for Judgment Day. You see, so to to really break this down in the easiest formula for people to understand, like a child that was born yesterday, to understand this, the best way to explain this is that after death, you go to heaven. Now, what happens when you get to heaven? Then there's the multiple issues. Some might be greeted by their ancestors, okay, relatives. Some uh, might not even rise away right away because they might be stuck in their house. You see, and this is true because the Ohapsi explains this, that some people, they come back to their house, and you got some people after that they go back to, in the spiritual way, they go to work, and not knowing the dead. You got people who went to war, and as soon as they died during war, and they kept on shooting imaginary enemies, not knowing the dead. So this is why I said after death is a rather complicated subject to talk about. And the reason it's complicated is because um the spiritual society, or should I say the religion society, have not given a proper diagram of how this really shows. um but what happens is the OAPC gives you a clearer picture for you to hold on, more of a better GPS or guide, so that you don't get stuck after death. So the truth of the matter is that after death you do go to heaven. So you don't go to hellfire. Now, those who don't get me wrong, hellfire do exist, but that word hellfire uh, in plain language to me is a prison. Okay, just like in our world, we have prisons for bad guys. So they go to a prison for a period of time. In heaven, you got the hell because they also have some angels that actually create these hells for bad angels or bad spirits, and then you got some angels who are waiting to to exhort or to invoke revenge on humans who did something bad to them while alive. And those angels are actually waiting for that human to die. And they take that person to hell, you know. And then you've got the false God and the the fake angel, the fake gods who create a religion who actually use hell as a weapon. You see? So the subject is rather touching, you know, what really happens after death. But the truth of the matter is, after death, humans become a spirit. You're a spirit. And that spirit rises as an angel. And the goal or the objective of that angel is to rise to the interior heaven, the interior heaven eventually. So then OahspeCollegeUniversity gives you a clear picture saying interior heaven is divided away from the intermediate heaven. The intermediate heaven is between our world and interior. Now, for you to rise to the interior heaven, you got to reside in the intermediate heaven for a period of time. And that intermediate heaven is subdivided into first resurrection heaven, second resurrection heaven, and then there's the third resurrection heaven. Now, the third resurrection heaven is where the good angels are waiting to rise to interior for a period of time. And OahspeCollegeUniversity captured them and described these angels as bride and bridegrooms of the Creator. And those angels cannot come back or drop down to second resurrection heaven. Okay, so there are layers that we go to, but the truth of the matter is that we do rise to heaven after death, and when we die, we go to heaven, right? So I just wanted to clear that up because um, I seen videos and books, and when I read all these articles on the internet, I read this YouTube, I watch these YouTube videos, and they talk about what happens to spirits after death. They don't give you a better definition of what truly actually do happen, you know. Um, and then another thing they don't explain to viewers is that human that dies actually have two categories of angels: the guardian angel and the receiving angel. You see? So the two angels that human has after death. Now, one thing to note is if that human was worshiping a particular deity or God, then if that God or that deity has interest in that human, then that God in heaven, wherever that God is residing in the kingdoms in heaven, we assign a different angel so that that spirit can be captured to their own heaven. So that's how they structure the heavens. So you've got a lot of angels posing as the true God. And what they do is they give you a doctrine or they give you a particular dogma to follow. So when you follow that dogma or you follow that doctrine or that religion, after death, you get to go to the kingdom belonging to that angel. Okay? So that's one thing to note. So this is why it's important you know what you worship or what you do while on earth. And another factor that you need to do is you make sure your spiritual body, your physical body is purified. And I did a video about purification of the body. Or actually talks about why your body needs to be purified. You know, so that's another factor, because what happens is if your body is not purified correctly, if your spiritual body is dirty, you're filled with meat, animal food, animal products. After that, it will be difficult for you to rise to the proper layer of heaven. So what happens is you're gonna dwell in the lowest rank of heaven, in the lowest layer, even close to earth. And 95% of the time, you always come back to earth. Why? Because you enjoy the animal products. So that's another thing. So there's the food factor, there's the body factor that you need to purify your body. And then the second factor is that who do you worship? Do you worship the creator who no man, no angels can see? That's the thing. Because what religion has taught us is that there's a God in heaven sitting in some throne, and angels are worshiping that God, bowing down to that God every day and singing. So this is why I say the topic after death is kind of, it's one of those complicated topic to discuss. And over the years, I've researched this after death theory thing, and you know, you cannot just write one instruction about it, because it falls under multiple layers. Another funny thing about it is that you know you could be worshiping a God through a doctrine, through a religion, but your ancestors who died, if they have evolved to a particular stage, they can intervene. They can come and say, no, 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 no. This spirit belongs to me, regardless of your religion. But if that religion, God, and their angels are much stronger, they could stop you, your ancestor. And then your ancestor got no choice. You see? So it's complicated, because your ancestors might want to take you to a region in the heaven where they dwell to take care of you. And if you not watch the video that I did about forced resurrection education, you should watch it. I did a video about second resurrection education. This educational system that is set up in heaven, and it talks about how an angel goes through stages of life in heaven. The first 5 years, that angel is an ACN, newborn angel in heaven. You see? And that angel got to go through starting stuff, educational systems, got to do all kind of stuff over there for a period of 400 years, 500 years, 1000 years, depending on how you graduate from one level to the other. So this is why I said it's kind of like complicated. And that educational system actually was set up by the creator's God, you know, for the people who believe in the ever present. And when I say ever present, I'm not talking about some God who's sitting in the throne proclaiming to be the creator. No, no man, no angel, no God, no Ethereum, no Orion, no Oitan can see the creator. No matter how high your rank is in heaven, ye cannot see the creator. An Orion angel cannot see the creator. Okay? An archangel cannot see the creator. The ranks of angels, levels of angel level that you have to go to. And that's part of the Ethereum system, that a lot of books, spiritual books, don't talk about. And you got the spiritual, you got the so-called spiritual teachers and spiritual preachers and prophets. They don't talk about these levels of angels. These ranks. you know. So I just wanted to clear that confused. Though I did a video about everyone goes to heaven, you should watch that video. You should watch the video about second resurrection education. You should watch the video about first resurrection education. You should subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch videos. And the videos that I post about, they're particularly focused on taking you out of this system, the spiritual system that does not work. All this system they gave into us for over 7,000 years doesn't work, and it's not gonna get you anywhere. It gets you stuck in heaven. So once you rise, you're gonna believe that the Christian God is the ever present, which is not true. You're gonna believe that the Islamic God is the ever present. You're going to believe that the Hindu God is the ever present. And you're going to believe that the Buddha God is the true creator. But these four different aspects of religion, they don't give the truth. They say to you that God is sitting in the throne, sitting on the throne. That's not true. Yeah, a God can sit on the throne because he's an angel, but the creator does not sit on the throne, you know. And over I've enjoyed, watching other videos about reincarnation. Reincarnation is another problem after death. Light and peace, brothers and sisters. Peace.